And then sometimes because he got a lot of strength, so he'll try to trap me. So when he try to trap me, soon like he try to trap me, I lock him up. You go back to doing the same thing over and over again.
What I be missing, Vlad? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing.
I called you I've been reaching out to you to let you know. I ain't never had nothing to do. When did me and you go wrong? When did me and you start having beef?
During a fiery live interview, Floyd Mayweather ignited controversy by calling Devin Haney trash, triggering immediate backlash. In response, Bill Haney stood his ground, expressing confusion over Floyd's harsh words and fiercely defending his son. Proudly, he declared Devin not only the best boxer in the game, but also the best son a father could hope for, refusing to let Mayweather's criticism go unchallenged.
You get on FaceTime with Floyd Mayweather, and things escalate very quickly.
Or did Floyd get on FaceTime with me?
I don't know how it went.
No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know how it
Yeah,
went.
he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, you know, saying, where's Bill, where's Bill? You know, putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something. Why would I be missing, Vlad? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing where the world stopped to watch an event that he was in. I'm a proud dad, proud trainer, and proud manager. So I don't know what he was looking for.
Bill Haney posted a throwback clip of a young Devin Haney being mentored by Floyd Mayweather, a moment once filled with pride and admiration. His caption highlighted the valuable lessons they had learned from TB, the best ever, subtly reminding fans of the close bond they once shared. But what was once a symbol of mentorship has now become a stark contrast to the current tension, as the relationship between the two camps has taken a sharp and hostile turn.
And then sometimes because he got a lot of strength, so he'll try to trap me. So when he try to trap me, soon like he'll try to trap me, I lock him up. You go back to doing the same thing over and over again. That's what you gotta do. So the key to the fight game is period. The key is to take less punishment. Keep the motherfucker on the outside as much as possible. Because remember, you got a lot of fighters, all they know is just fight the inside. That's all they know is fight the inside. You don't get a versatile fight where you can beat them in the inside and outside. Some fights, you don't have to fight the motherfucker inside. They're gonna just close the gap when you break and make you fight. You don't have no choice. But the less punishment you take, the longer you last in the sport. Because, you know, I was in this shit 21 years. So you're gonna be okay because you got.
Bill Haney firmly defended his actions, stating that everything he's done has always been in his son's best interest. He called out Floyd Mayweather for trying to twist the public's perception, questioning why anyone would try to discredit a father simply for supporting and training his own child. Bill emphasized that he's dedicated his life to raising a champion and standing by Devin through every challenge, making it clear he feels both misunderstood and unfairly targeted by Mayweather's recent remarks.
Me being a guy that's came out of the streets to being a parent, to being a guy that's legitimate, that's not doing any crime in the streets, right? But actually going on live to tell the world that I keep my ear connected to the street and I'm sympathetic to to everything that my people continue to go through every day in the streets, and him to manipulate it, to misinform the people as if I'm sensationalizing crime or any of that. He's a bullshit ass NIGGA. And I'm not.
Floyd Mayweather addressed the growing tension head-on, claiming he had no personal issue with Bill Haney and brushing off the situation as merely a disagreement. However, to many observers, the tone and timing of his statement told a different story. Floyd appeared more focused on managing public perception than genuinely seeking reconciliation. His explanation did little to erase the pattern of subtle jabs and behind-the-scenes moves that originally prompted Bill Haney to speak out.
What do we have a disagreement about? What do we have a disagreement about?
I never had nothing against you. Now, I know, if I'm not mistaken, let's talk. I seen you in Miami. Last time I seen you in Miami before. We kicked it. You said what's up, I said what's up. We kicked it, we had a good time. Now all of a sudden it seems like Bill Haney is my enemy. Like I ain't got nothing against Bill.
Listen, I don't know if I'm your enemy or not. I don't claim to be your motherfucking enemy. I don't care nothing about being nobody's enemy. You know who I am. You know what I'm saying? You know how I fuck with it. But if you was my enemy, then you would feel like that. Do you feel like I'm your enemy?
I'm just asking a question.
No, I'm asking.
This ain't, we ain't no business contest.
Does it feel like that?
I don't, you tell,
I'm
that's what I'm asking
no,
you.
I feel like, listen, I've been knowing you for hella long, but I feel like you're a bullshit ass nigga. You see what I'm saying?
One of the biggest flashpoints in the feud came when Floyd Mayweather was allegedly involved behind the scenes in influencing Ryan Garcia's decision to fight Devin Haney. Many believe Floyd pressured Ryan into taking the bout at a time that disrupted the Haney camp's preparations, with the timing and involvement appearing calculated. To Bill Haney, it was yet another example of Floyd using his influence not to uplift the sport, but to stir conflict and complicate Devin's path, a move that clashed with the original spirit of the matchup, which was meant to elevate boxing, not divide it.
I heard he was real heavy the week of the fight. I heard something like 15 pounds. Don't know if it's true. He obviously didn't make the weight. Did Floyd tell him not to make the weight? You already spoke on it, my boy.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So he don't make weight.
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Floyd said he didn't.
He did not?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what he said. That's his word.
I mean, I seen him throw.
I seen it too.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it.
Bill Haney didn't hold back, taking a sharp jab at Floyd Mayweather's recent financial troubles with a sarcastic offer of help. His comments reference Floyd's ongoing legal and bankruptcy issues, hinting that the boxing legend's lavish lifestyle may finally be catching up with him. It was a personal and biting remark that underscored just how far their relationship has deteriorated. Beyond the criticism, Bill used the moment to spotlight the growing cracks in Floyd's carefully maintained public image, turning the spotlight back on the man once seen as untouchable.
Yeah. Floyd was right. We still in the street. And we flipping birds. But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets. And you the one that went missing. Yeah, we flipping birds. You see, we still flipping birds. Little birdie told me that you might need some help.
The release of sparring footage just days before Devin Haney's major fight sent shockwaves through the boxing world, with many questioning Floyd Mayweather's true intentions. The footage, which showed Haney in a vulnerable moment against Gervonta Davis, was widely seen as a calculated move designed to shake Devin's confidence. For someone who once positioned himself as a mentor, Floyd's actions appeared bitter and deliberate. The timing drew sharp criticism from the boxing community, reinforcing the belief that Mayweather no longer viewed Haney's success as something to support, but rather something to sabotage.
Go through maybe like a rough moment, like the people around them kind of start changing the things. And I know, like you said, you was waking up in the mansion, the Rolls Royce, of showing 30, 40 people around.
Yeah.
Has that part happened where it was like people around you kind of shifted? Or
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think I just had to, cut the grass low, just, get a lot of unnecessary people that was just around me that just was around me, just, really wasn't really benefiting me in no kind of way. Just people that, I seen somebody say that, I'm okay with being used, but just don't misuse me. So it was some people that was misusing me.
Yeah.
And, it is what it is. I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
Bill Haney openly criticized Floyd Mayweather's recent turn toward exhibition matches, arguing that it reflects a loss of passion for true competition. Instead of defending his legacy in meaningful bouts, Floyd now seems more focused on cashing in through low-risk, high-pay events. According to Bill, this shift marks a decline in the values that once defined Mayweather's greatness. He implied that Floyd is more concerned with clinging to relevance through spectacle than embracing real challenges. distancing himself from the warrior spirit that originally made him a legend.
When your A game is gone, what adjustments are you going to make? And Floyd would always say is that on that given night, he's going to make that right adjustment. He's going to box the brawler or brawl the boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A few months ago, Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather were fighting on live, or not fighting, but arguing back and forth.
Yeah.
And Bill Haney said, listen, you know damn well Devin did this and Devin did that. He never lost in the gym, ever. And Floyd said, if you got an undefeated fighter in the gym, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, yeah, I never lost under the light.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about.
Bill Haney drew attention to mounting concerns surrounding Mayweather Promotions, casting doubt on the company's financial stability. While Floyd continues to present the brand as elite and flourishing, Bill pointed out that insiders close to the operation appear to be facing financial struggles. This contradiction sparked skepticism, especially for a company supposedly thriving under Floyd's leadership. Bill used this as a key example to suggest that the empire Mayweather promotes might not be as bulletproof as it appears on the surface.
It's personal between you and Calvin. Also, his Tank's coach. Is it?
Man, I told Coach,
For those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, so I'm just audience.
And I said, listen, ain't no way the fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this motherfucker. Because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this shit.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he's looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Ain't be one nigga looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
Sources close to both camps revealed that Floyd Mayweather grew increasingly frustrated watching Devin Haney secure major fights and lucrative deals. This alleged envy reportedly led Floyd to make offhand comments suggesting he might interfere with Haney's future opportunities. Whether these remarks were serious threats or emotional outbursts, they only widened the rift between the two camps. The notion that a former mentor would try to hold someone back out of personal resentment struck a nerve, drawing criticism from both fans and industry professionals who saw it as a betrayal of the sports spirit.
For some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm going to go whisper and rain here. I'm going to make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm going to make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying? So
Devin Haney made his stance clear, stating that he sees Floyd Mayweather as a businessman first and a boxer second. He accused Mayweather of prioritizing profits over purpose, suggesting that spectacle has overtaken sport in Floyd's world. In contrast, Haney emphasized his own commitment to delivering real competition and meaningful fights for the fans. This fundamental difference in values only deepens the philosophical divide between them, reinforcing the growing belief that Floyd's priorities no longer reflect the true spirit of boxing.
Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't get
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this shit. Because every fighter that Devin fuck with gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at the welfare line. You keep shitting on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we're going to give you the best fights, and we're going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old bullshit ass business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bullshit fights, and then you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather shit is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it.
Devin Haney broke his silence, revealing that none of Floyd Mayweather's recent actions came as a surprise to him. He accused Mayweather of using fame and flashy imagery to mask deeper personal and financial issues. According to Devin, Floyd thrives on control and illusion, carefully crafting a public persona that conceals a much more unstable reality. It was a rare and candid moment from the younger Haney, who made it clear that he saw through the facade early on, exposing the cracks behind the image of invincibility Floyd has long projected.
He's just trolling. He's trolling. He's telling me he's trolling. So I'm like, nah, he's not trolling. He's not trolling. That's real. Like, it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. What was your father saying throughout camp about that? He wanted to start the now. Like, why all of a sudden he playing this crazy role now? Why do you think? On the outside looking in, what would you say? I don't know, bro. Like, when I seen it, I knew it wasn't right. Yeah. You know, I knew it wasn't right. And I said it before the fight. Then he win the fight after, or he do it at, y'all had a fight and everybody like, see, oh, you said he wasn't right. I'm like, bro, just because he won don't mean he's solid mentally. Like, he's saying some stuff that's wild. He's saying some truthful stuff too. Yeah. But he said a lot of wild stuff, and I never thought it was just a game. I be going back and forth with people before the fight. They're like, it's just trust me. They're trying to get in Haney's head. And I'm like, yeah, he playing this role too good. Exactly. He playing this role too good. Yeah. And
Devin Haney's decision to distance himself from Floyd Mayweather wasn't sudden. It was the culmination of repeated power plays and subtle acts of sabotage. What began as a supportive training environment gradually turned into a space clouded by envy and control. As Devin's star continued to rise, Floyd became less of a mentor and more possessive, creating an atmosphere where growth was stifled and egos clashed. It became clear to Devin that only one name was allowed to shine under Floyd's roof. For the sake of his career and peace of mind, he knew it was time to move on.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rich back with another one. Now, everybody is talking about how Floyd Mayweather is losing all his fighters. Gervonta Davis just put out a tweet saying that he stopped Shakur Stevenson from signing with Floyd because Floyd was setting him up for failure. Now, I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan and supporter, and I love Tank. But, a lot of times us fans don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, and if all this stuff they saying about Floyd Mayweather is true, it's sad because I feel like it take away from his career, his character as a person, because we see him in the ring, we see how head-driven he is, we see how confident he is, and we see how he's the greatest in the ring, but a lot of times that stuff gonna be carrying on to different people's characters. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think Floyd just think about himself and don't really care about his fighters? Do you think everything that people are saying about Floyd is true, or you think they just adding a little sauce to it that over-exaggerate?
Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to support Devin Haney, but many see his comments as carefully crafted to protect his image rather than offer genuine encouragement. Observers note that his words often feel calculated, more like damage control than heartfelt praise. The tone and timing of his statements suggest strategy over sincerity, with little sign of real pride in Haney's accomplishments. To many, it's clear Floyd's public support isn't about uplifting Devin. It's about saving face in front of the cameras.
Signed Devin, but he chose a different route, but still proud of him.
Absolutely. I want to commend you, right? Because, Devin Haney, I guess he in Vegas, but I seen you in the gym and he's on a whole different promotional company, but you was showing him some
y'all
things.
Show love. Y'all really fans.
You was
y'all
working
really...
with him, you know what I'm saying? And it's a good chance that he might fight an actual fighter that you got, but you still had him in there working with him, teaching him things.
Me just giving him certain pointers, just giving him certain pointers just to make him better. Yeah. Even it was good to even, like before, when I was able to even just move around with Devin, I sparred with Devin when I was 40 years old. That was like 4 years ago when I was 40 years old. I was able to move around with Devin, and me moving around with him in the ring, I knew he was gonna become world champion. So I'm just proud of him.
Devin touched Floyd up. That was right before the Conor McGregor fight. He was like 17, 18. How old was he?
When I sparred Floyd, I was 18.
Floyd didn't touch him. In retrospect, he's better than Floyd. He's better than Floyd. You know what I mean? He's on course to be better because he's better now at 22 than Floyd was at 22.
It was at the end of his career for me to be able to say that I've been in the ring with Floyd, I sparred Floyd. You know, just he continued to have to do that. I was a young kid, you know, somebody that I always looked up to.
I do that too, but I know that he'd have whooped your ass if he could. You dig what I'm saying? Floyd ain't no punk, and you know Devin touched Floyd up.
When Adrian Broner confirmed that the sparring footage of Gervonta Davis getting the better of Devin Haney was intentionally leaked, the situation escalated even further. Broner's support for the leak, and by extension, Floyd Mayweather, highlighted just how far-reaching Floyd's influence truly is. Rather than condemning the move, Broner backed it, reinforcing the narrative Floyd was trying to push. It was a revealing moment that stripped away any illusion of coincidence, confirming to many that this was a calculated effort to control the spotlight and derail Haney's momentum at a critical point in his career.
Did you ever see him spar any of them?
Yeah.
What happened? Who he sparred?
Y'all know what happened, man.
I don't know.
He sparred Devin. It's packed, it's hot. They get in there. Tank hit that nigga. He hit him, boom. Then he hit him again, and he went out. I jumped in the ring because at the time Devin is 17. He calmed down, and they got back to working, Tank got a little bit more fatigue, and once they kept going, Devin got the best of him.
Oh, okay.
But in a real fight time with 8-ounce gloves on, bye.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more updates, insights, and behind-the-scenes drama from the world of boxing. Until next time, stay sharp and keep your gloves up. Boxing love.